Hello, this is Addie,
I'm Nav.
and welcome back to Raccoon Talk, our podcast where we talk about everything and everything that we want. And today we're going to talk about Mr. Fix-It.
Okay, so there's this guy named Mr. Fix-It in our classroom, and the way I first started noticing him was on the first day of second semester, and she called out his name, and he said, actually, I prefer to go by Mr. Fix-It. And I looked at Jocelyn, I was like, yo, this guy's so cool, because he's like a character. He was wearing a red scarf, and he had goggles that go all the way around his head. He told me about his bodyguard career. He was a bodyguard in a bunch of different countries, and he'd been shot at and stabbed, and he's killed so many people. He also told me that he drank a bottle of Windex and got hospitalized. I don't doubt that for a second.
Now, I would like to preface this episode by saying that no, Mr. Fix-It is not insane. He is just a very imaginative person and likes to tell stories. I don't know what it is, but he's the type of guy that if you talk to him, everything that comes out of his mouth is some sort of story that he's just concocted inside of his brain. And so you cannot believe a single word. Some things he says, I don't know if he's true. I just assume that everything he says is a lie. Because we were just having a sit down with him, and he's like, one time, my cousin died, like, I killed my cousin. Or another time, he could be like, I pushed an old guy down an escalator. And, I think I'm one of those people where it's like, no, I won't believe it. And at first, I was very skeptical of him, and I was just listening in disbelief. I was like, how can this guy just go on and on without any preface to his words? He just goes on, and everybody just believes him. It was like I was in the Matrix or something. And then I realized, I was like, man, other people are enjoying this. I was like, why don't I enjoy this? And like, his like expression to like just don't care and just say anything, like, really inspired me, and I just started saying nothing as well. I was like, why don't I just lie as well?
This is Nav editing here. I'd also like to mention that one day he brought his evil twin to school. He walked in, he said, I'm not Mr. Fix-It, I'm William. And William had assassinated George Washington and has 40 evil exes who were burning in hell. And the next day, everyone else started bringing their evil twins too. It was amazing. My evil twin's name was Antonio. Hope you guys enjoy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Enjoy it.
I had a friend. I'm not going to give you his name. I don't think he wants me to. We don't talk anymore. It was a long time ago, but his brother, he lives in LA. I don't know his brother much, but I know his brother had a haunted house. Like, his house was genuinely haunted, and then he moved away. I'm talking about his house, not his brother. I'm talking about his house. So his house is like a 2-story house. We all have those, right? Like, they're pretty spacious. You have pretty good space. But the basement of the house, that was haunted. You want to know why?
What?
So, before he lived in there, there were rituals done in the basement.
What kind of rituals?
Well, he didn't tell me about the rituals, but he told me there were rituals. So he pretty much told me murders, ritual, sacrifices for animals, like bad stuff. And there was this one night, and this is why he moved out of the house. He felt something like crawl into bed with him. I'm serious. And he got right out. He got dressed. He sleeps with underwear. Everyone sleeps with underwear. I sleep with underwear. He got dressed. He packed up. And he drove away to the distance. And then he bought a new house a few years later. And that house lies abandoned. He didn't go back there.
My dad said there's this tree in India. It's a really big tree, and it's called a ghost tree because they say that ghosts are all around it.
Would make sense.
Yeah.
People
Story.
hang themselves.
It's not really a story. It's actually true.
Oh.
So you know Azealia Banks?
No.
The artist. So there's this girl named Azealia Banks. You know Azealia Banks?
No.
Okay, this girl's absolutely insane. She's so funny. And she went live on Instagram one time and was cleaning her chicken closet.
Mhm.
And her chicken closet was a closet where she sacrificed over a year full of dead chickens because she was a witch. She was a brugia, which is like a Hispanic witch. And I swear, I'm not even joking. And she like showed it and was like cleaning it and shit and like saging it. And I was like, and this girl is insane.
What the? Are you kidding me?
No.
Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you an Indian mythological story. There was once a boy named Krishna, and Krishna was a reincarnation of God. So God put himself down there in the form of a human so he could like get rid of some evil. Now Krishna, when he was born to a royal family, but they had to get him out of there because their uncle Kamsa, one time he heard a voice from the sky. That baby who is going to be born of your sister is going to kill you. So he imprisoned them. But somehow Krishna got out and he was living in a village just as a normal person. Now, a lot of demons tried to attack Krishna. There's a witch. They're all hired by his uncle. There's a witch, and she took him as a baby. She was like, "Hey, can I suckle him?" And so she took him to her breast, and he sucked so hard that she died.
Oh my god! What?
No, let me tell you the main story. It's pretty iconic.
I like that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was so.
The Rizzler. Alright, so
That was sexual assault.
they had a lot of cows in their village. That's how they got their living.
Oh, cows.
And the cows would graze near the river, but something strange started happening. All the cows, they started to die. They were poisoned.
Oh.
No. And that's because the river water was poisoned. And it turned out this was because of a huge three-headed serpent in the river. And it was poisoning the water, so all the cows died. And everyone didn't know what to do because it was this huge serpent. And Krishna was just a boy. He was 8 years old at the time. But what he did, he swam out there and he grabbed onto the serpent. He went on its head and he started dancing on its head to tame it. He had his flute, he was playing his flute while dancing, and it tamed the snake. And it went elsewhere. And it went to an island and it became a volcano.
So, like, if that volcano erupts, will snakes come out? Or lava?
No, they're in the ground. And that's how Krishna saved the village.
Yay!
Yay!
Bloopers.
And they were summoning demons. Do you think I want that in my home?
Right.
Do you think that? No, I don't want that in my home. There's this one kid. She was my sister's friend. Oh my god.
She was so fine. She was really hot.
No, she is married now. So
She's a married woman.
she's a married woman.
So she can't be hot if she's married?
Well,
Shut up, Eddie.
I love married women in the most.
how old is she?
Eddie?
Yeah,
She's 15.
she's 15.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 16,000 years old.
Oh my god. So
How old are you?
I'm 17.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna be so sad when you graduate.
oh,
Oh, I died.
but I'm here forever.
Okay, if me and Nav were to die right now, who would you save?
Who would I save?
Yeah.
Both of you.
You can only say one.
And I can't still save my boy.
Thanks, Mr. Fix-It.
I mean, this is not misogynistic, racist. You hate black people, you hate black women.
What?
I'm just kidding.
That was too fast.
Like I said.
That was too fast. I couldn't understand that. That was too fast. I couldn't understand that.
Mr. Fix-It, I went to a mental hospital one time.
What?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was in 7th grade. I went there for 3 weeks. I stayed overnight for 3 weeks. I met a lot of interesting people there. Alright, let me tell you about the mental hospital.
Tell me.
So, this was during COVID, so they went around and they gave us hand sanitizer. And there's this one girl, that was when I first got there, she was licking the hand sanitizer. I said, what's she doing? My friend, he said, oh, Sarah, that's just her thing. She was known for it. She was known for eating hand sanitizer. That's her legacy. And there was one guy in there. He was pretty funny. Most people are there because they're like, mentally ill. They're suicidal. They try to kill themselves. They self-harm. But you know why he was there?
Why?
He stole cars. He stole cars and robbed people. He was funny as hell.
Oh my god.
We are recording.
Am I supposed to introduce myself?
No.
Okay.
You don't have to. That's plenary.
Okay, yeah, I'm plenary.
You have so much wisdom.
You'll be in the history books.
History books?
Yes. Wait,
I'm
actually,
a big part of history in general. I'm a big part of history in general.
He won't be lost to the margins of history.
you
Lost?
Never.
Yeah, you won't be.
You'll never.
I started it all. I started it all.
Mr. Fix-It, you are delusional.
You want something? I'll give you some wisdom.
Oh yeah.
Ready?
Go for it.
You can move your ears, but you can't move your eyes. You can move your nose, but you can't move your teeth, right?
Mm-hmm.
I seen a fool move his teeth before.
Huh?
I seen someone bend, twist, and break off their teeth, put them in fire, mold them and melt them, make a necklace, and then move around the teeth, put them back in,
Where was this?
and they were crooked.
Oh, I don't like that.
They were crooked, they were broken, they were bent. They look like monsters' teeth. This happened in beautiful LA.
In LA. You used to live in
Only in
LA?
LA.
No.
Okay.
It was a little interview thing.
Oh.
And I got home to my apartment. I was staying at an apartment in LA. And oh my god, the first thing I did when I switched on the news, breaking news, some guy had to remove all of his teeth. And it meowed in my ear. A slight, beautiful meow.
And another time, I remember because my brother really hates spiders, and he was like, I hate spiders so much, I hate spiders. And my parents were like, I need you to go kill the spider, because it was a huge spider net, and it was attached to like inside of our trash can. I don't even know how it got in there. And they're like, I need you to go get it. And my dad was like, I need you to be a man and go kill that spider net. And my mother was like, and my mom was like, no, I can't. And so he literally ran down the street, and my mom got in the car, and she like drove, and she was yelling at him, and she was like, get in the car.
Get in the car.
That's crazy.
Have you ever opened your eyes and faced reality?
He is reality itself.
Actually, no.
Oh, this next bit is when Mr. Fix-It told us that he was in ancient Egypt and he was running away from the Pharaoh's guards because he stole an artifact and he killed them all with his bare hands. Please enjoy.
I managed to get my hands on an artifact that the Pharaoh wanted. So, I burned it. I didn't want him to get it, and I didn't want it myself. What do you think I'm gonna do? Burn it? He was.
What was the artifact?
One of those like Egyptian scarabs. It's a compass.
Oh, cool.
It was a compass. It was a compass. It was like a metal Egyptian compass type scarab type thing.
What was that place?
Well, there's things that people don't want to talk about.
Here's a clip for when I asked Mr. Fix-It for his favorite memory.
Ooh. You don't want to know.
Thank you for listening to Raccoon Talk. The support on the episodes have been really insane, and me and Nav would like to say thank you. The song of the day is Must Be a Cop by Husbands. Thanks so much. Bye.